I'd like to cover our transfer credit process, or TOC as you hear. At IMBC, we do accept transfer of credits for qualifying courses. However, it is completely, entirely up to our academic team to review that. We should never, ever promise or guarantee a student that we would be able to accept their TOCs. If a student says that they may have a TOC for review, simply have them email you an unofficial copy. You would then send that in an email addressed to Melissa, myself, Philip, and Tia. In the subject line, put TOC review needed and that student's name. In the body of the email, you should put what program the student is interested in and if they have enrolled yet. When a lead is applying and completing the application and they get to the page for a TOC, simply have them check the box, yes, that they are interested in transferring credits, and write "See attached." We will have them ready. Advise the applicant that typically only A's or B's could possibly transfer in at IMBC if the TOC is accepted. Admissions is never to speculate or to lead with what classes we could accept. Explain that the academic department has to handle that function. We do not request TOCs for any students. That is their responsibility. They must scan, email, or deliver to IMBC for review. They do not have to be official transcripts. We can accept unofficial transcripts. The exception for us not requesting transcripts is if they have attended IMBC. We can absolutely retrieve those. Melissa reviews all TOCs and will provide an outline of courses transferring into FA. The courses that are being transferred or accepted will be relayed to the student from the financial aid department during the letter review. Transfer of credits are not to be used as a tool to close the deal. Instead, they are an FA packaging discussion. If a lead enrolls before the TOC has been completed, please note this on the announcement that the TOC review is needed. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things so that you understand what I am referring to. Over here you can see that this is an email that I sent, and I sent it to Melissa and Philip and Tia. And I included this information in the body of the email. Amanda was a medical assisting student at IU. She was a great student. She stated that she had 4 classes left. Please see attached TOC. She was due to graduate on her grandmother's birthday. She would like to start as soon as possible. I labeled it TOC from an IU student and her name and where she's looking to attend and what program she wants to take here. Melissa's very quick to respond, and these are the classes that she has left to take. This then gets covered with the student during their award letter presentation. I also like to save these in case I need to refer back to them later. So I do have a folder here that I've created labeled TOC, and I just drop those into there so that I can refer back if we ever misplace or need a repeat. You also want to review with them when they're completing the application in right signature. When we discussed the TOC portion of that application, as you can see here, as I scroll down to the very back end of this application that they're completing, it says transfer policy. When you're filling this out with a student and maybe they have not had their TOCs reviewed yet, or maybe they have and we have that list for them, all they're going to do on this last page is put, I'm interested in transferring the following courses. They do not have to list those out because we already have record of that. They will simply put in this text body, see attached, and we will have the attached version for them ready to complete their student file here at IMBC. The next thing I'd like to discuss is our POG and ID collection. Typically, when you are reviewing the next steps with an applicant after you've gone through an interview process, you will let them know that we need them to send a picture of their proof of graduation and a valid ID. This can be sent as an SMS text or as an email. Those do populate in Vonage, and you can see pictures very clearly. If you obtain these items during the admission process, please forward it to Tia and Erica Britcher and copy Shelley immediately. Financial aid will also attempt to gather these items during the financial aid process as well, but we are doubling it up so that we can get information and documentation quicker, and this is more efficient. Last but not least, I'd like to discuss to you about our foreign students. Occasionally, you do get requests from a student that maybe is not from the United States or possibly has some issues with a proof of graduation, and we see that often. When you are talking with a student on the phone and they want to apply and they state that they have a transcript or a diploma from a foreign country, our first question is it in English? If they say no, it is the student's responsibility for paying WES, World Evaluation Systems, to provide an equivalency report. I will send you this information so that you have a template to email to the student so they have a reference guide. Typically, the cost to have this done is about $100. That is the student's responsibility to secure that. WES compares the courses and the credits from other countries to the education standards and equivalencies here in the United States. This must be completed prior to applying for any enrollment. Once they are sent to you, please forward to Melissa, Shelley, and Philip and ask if this can be accepted as a valid POG. If the student is from Puerto Rico and it is in Spanish, they can actually go to their local multicultural center and see if they can translate that and send it to us. And typically that fee is only about $25 on average. They must be a U.S. citizen or have a green card and a social security number in order to apply here. They must have a valid proof of graduation. If they have transcripts or a diploma and it is in English, have them send that to you, and again, forward it to Melissa, Philip, Shelley, and again ask, can this be accepted as a valid proof of graduation in order to start the enrollment process? You don't want to get someone excited, go through the enrollment process, and then have to make a phone call and tell them that their proof of graduation is not accepted here.